What if the secret to a longer, healthier life wasn't locked away in some rare superfood or a costly workout regimen, but waiting for you in the first 60 minutes of your morning? Imagine that the simple, intentional choices you make before breakfast could add not just years, but an entire decade to your life. It sounds almost unbelievable, yet science suggests the way we greet the day can set the tone for our bodies and minds, shaping our health in ways we're only beginning to understand. Picture this. It's early morning. The world outside is quiet. The sun just beginning to rise. And you, rather than reaching for your phone or rushing through a routine, pause for a moment. You choose to start not on autopilot, but with intention. For years, we've heard familiar advice. Wake up early, drink water, meditate, stretch. But why have these habits become so celebrated? Are they just trendy rituals, or is there real biological power in these practices? The truth is, each choice you make the moment you wake up is more than a simple routine. It's an investment, one that can pay dividends in energy, resilience, and longevity. Science now shows us how the first hour of your day can program your body for health, your mind for clarity, and your spirit for well-being. Let's dive deeper into the 4 powerful morning habits that can transform your health, decade by decade. The first habit is almost deceptively simple: hydration. When you sleep, you're fasting from water for 6, 7, even 8 hours. Your body wakes up in a state of mild dehydration, which can sap your energy, slow your metabolism, and leave your brain foggy. Reaching for a glass of pure, clean water before anything else isn't just about quenching thirst. It's about jump-starting your internal systems. Water flushes out toxins accumulated overnight, revives your digestive system, and primes your metabolism to burn calories efficiently. It lubricates your joints, fuels your cellular processes, and remarkably, improves cognitive function. Studies show that even mild dehydration can impair memory, attention, and mood. So that simple glass of water? It's your body's first message. Today, I'm taking care of you. But hydration is only the beginning. The second habit is exposure to natural sunlight. You may think of sunlight as a mood booster, but its effects reach far deeper. As sunlight touches your skin and enters your eyes, it tells your body's internal clock, your circadian rhythm, that the day has started. This signal is crucial. It synchronizes the release of hormones like cortisol and melatonin, orchestrating your sleep-wake cycle and energy levels. Morning sunlight enhances alertness, boosts serotonin, the feel-good neurotransmitter, and even improves nighttime sleep quality. The benefits ripple throughout your body, reducing the risk of mood disorders, enhancing immune function, and supporting metabolic health. Just 10 minutes by a sunny window or a short walk outdoors can make a remarkable difference. Now, consider the power of mindful movement. Unlike the pressure to jump into an intense workout, this habit is about gentle awakening. Whether it's a 10-minute walk around the block, a series of stretches on your living room floor, or a few yoga poses in your bedroom, the goal is simple. Get your blood flowing and your muscles moving. Movement increases circulation, delivers oxygen to your cells, and lubricates your joints, reducing stiffness and pain. It activates your cardiovascular system, supports lymphatic drainage, and signals to your body that it's time to shift from rest to activity. Importantly, morning movement has a unique benefit. It primes your brain for focus and learning, heightening cognitive function for hours to come. You don't need to break a sweat. Just a few moments of intentional motion can deliver profound effects. The fourth and perhaps most overlooked habit is mindful reflection. In a world that charges forward at breakneck speed, taking even 5 minutes to pause, to meditate, journal, or simply sit in silence can be transformative. Mindful reflection lowers cortisol, the stress hormone that, when chronically elevated, damages your heart, suppresses immunity, and accelerates aging. Reflection gives you space to process thoughts, set intentions, and step into your day with clarity and calm. Whether you choose to jot down a few lines of gratitude, follow your breath in meditation, or savor a moment of stillness, the practice grounds your mind and emotions, creating resilience against the chaos of daily life. These habits might sound simple, even ordinary, but science and expert insight reveal their extraordinary power. Dr. Sarah Jenkins, a leading longevity researcher, puts it this way: longevity isn't just about extending life, it's about extending health span, the number of years you live well. These morning habits are the foundation of that. She explains that the first hour of your day sets your biological and psychological tone, shaping everything from energy levels to inflammation, mood, and disease risk. Neuroscientists echo this sentiment. The morning, they say, is when your brain is most receptive to habit formation. Neural pathways are primed for new routines, making it the ideal time to establish practices that stick. By consistently implementing hydration, sunlight, movement, and reflection, you're not just changing your morning, you're rewiring your brain for long-term well-being. Over months and years, this rewiring translates to lower rates of chronic disease, improved cognitive health, and greater emotional resilience. So, if these simple habits can add years, perhaps even a decade to your life, what about the subtle mistakes that might be quietly eroding your health? The answer, surprisingly, might be hiding in plain sight, right on your nightstand. Consider this. The first thing many people touch each morning isn't a glass of water, but their smartphone. Checking notifications, scrolling through emails, diving into social media, these habits flood your brain with external stimuli before you've had a moment to ground yourself. Research shows that immediate screen time upon waking spikes stress hormones, disrupts focus, and impairs mood. The blue light from screens can confuse your circadian rhythm, making it harder to feel alert in the day and to fall asleep at night. Instead of setting an intention for your day, you're letting the world dictate your mental and emotional state. Another common mistake is skipping breakfast or reaching for processed foods. Your body, having fasted overnight, craves nourishment. A breakfast rich in whole foods, fruits, vegetables, healthy fats, and proteins fuels your metabolism and stabilizes blood sugar, supporting energy and focus. In contrast, sugary cereals, pastries, and energy drinks can trigger crashes and inflammation, hastening aging and disease. Neglecting movement is another silent thief. Rushing from bed to desk, sitting for hours, and skipping physical activity causes muscles to stiffen, metabolism to slow, and energy to wane. Even low-impact movement in the morning improves flexibility, circulation, and mood, protecting your body from the effects of a sedentary lifestyle. Avoiding sunlight, whether by staying indoors or relying solely on artificial light, can have far-reaching consequences. Without natural light, your body's internal clock drifts off course, leading to sleep disturbances, hormonal imbalances, and mood disorders. Over time, this misalignment increases the risk of chronic conditions, from diabetes to depression. Finally, ignoring reflection leaves you vulnerable to stress and reactivity. Without a moment to pause, your mind is swept up in the day's demands, making it harder to cope with challenges and maintain emotional balance. Chronic stress, scientists warn, is a leading contributor to heart disease, immune dysfunction, and premature aging. The good news, each of these mistakes is easily reversed, often with just a few minutes of mindful effort. By choosing simple, science-backed habits, you reclaim control of your health, one morning at a time. Let's take a moment to imagine how these habits might look in practice. You wake up, and before doing anything else, pour yourself a glass of water. As you drink, you feel your body awaken, your mind clearing, your energy rising. You step outside or open your blinds, letting sunlight bathe your face, signaling to your body that a new day has begun. You move gently, walking, stretching, breathing, feeling tension melt away, muscles loosen, and vitality return. And then you pause. You reflect, meditate, or journal, grounding yourself in the present and setting a calm, positive intention for what lies ahead. These small acts may seem trivial, but their cumulative effect is profound. Day by day, they become the foundation of your health, protecting your heart, sharpening your mind, and sustaining your spirit. Over months and years, they add up to resilience against disease, resistance to stress, and a life not just longer, but richer and more vibrant. Experts remind us that longevity is not about chasing youth, but about nurturing vitality. The goal is not merely to add years to your life, but to fill those years with energy, joy, and purpose. Each morning habit, hydration, sunlight, movement, reflection, nourishes a different part of your being, working together to build a future of thriving health. But perhaps the most powerful lesson is this: the secret to a longer, healthier life is not hidden or inaccessible. It doesn't require expensive supplements, complex routines, or hours at the gym. It's found in the daily, disciplined act of taking care of yourself from the moment you wake up. It's about making choices, however small, that honor your body and mind. So, as you consider your own mornings, ask yourself, what simple habits could you embrace? What subtle mistakes could you leave behind? And how might your life change if, instead of rushing or reacting, you started each day with intention and care? The answer may be more extraordinary than you imagine. By investing in the first 60 minutes, you're not just shaping your day, you're building a foundation for a future filled with vitality and longevity. The choice is simple, and the benefits are priceless. Your healthiest years could be ahead, waiting to be unlocked by the way you begin each morning. Choose hydration over hurry. Choose sunlight over screens. Choose movement over inertia. Choose reflection over reactivity. These habits are not just routines. They are the keys to a life well lived for decades to come.